here is my homemade from scratch bread recipe. First, you're gonna take a bowl and you're gonna add a cup of warm water and a tablespoon of sugar. You'll mix that up and then add 2 1/4 teaspoon of active dry yeast. You'll set that aside for about 15 minutes until it's nice and frothy like this. Now you're gonna add 4 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a half a cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a half a tablespoon of white vinegar, and finally 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Then you'll just roughly mix it all up until it starts to become a doughy consistency. At this point, I like to put it into my KitchenAid. It makes it a lot easier for me. I use the bread hook and then I put it on a low setting for about 5 minutes or until it starts to form a ball like this. Once the dough starts to look like this, then you'll increase the speed for another 12 to 15 minutes. Once that's done, then you'll be able to assess the situation. If it's super sticky and it's sticking to the sides and everything, you'll need some more flour, but this is the consistency that you want. You'll form a little ball with your hands and then place it into a greased bowl. Then you're gonna loosely place some plastic wrap over the bowl and let it sit and proof for about 1 hour or until it doubles in size. It should look something like this. This is absolutely beautiful. Now what you're gonna do is put the dough on a floured surface and slowly start to form it into a rectangle. Now I don't have a rolling pin, that's something I really need to invest in, so I'm just using this glass cup, but you'll form it into a little rectangle and then you'll slowly start to roll the dough up. Make sure it's super tight and there's hardly any air bubbles. And also a little tip, once you're done rolling it up, if you pinch the bottom together, it helps it stick. Now you're gonna place this into a buttered loaf pan and then again loosely put some plastic wrap over it and set that aside for another hour to proof one more time. While it's proofing, you'll wanna preheat your oven to 375 degrees. This is what it should look like. How you'll know it's done is if you leave a little indentation on the side, it should stay and not bounce back. Now you'll just bake in the oven for about 45 minutes. And then that is it. You'll want to let it rest for about 10 minutes. Do not immediately cut into it. And that is how I make my homemade bread. It is so good, way better than store-bought. I hope you like it.